Have you ever found yourself staring at the night sky? Not just looking, but really seeing it? Each star like a spark of eternity, each shimmer like a secret untold. And suddenly, in that stillness, you wonder, if the universe is this vast, where is the one who made it? If there really is a God, where is he? Why can't we see him? It's a question as old as humanity itself. Philosophers have debated it, atheists have weaponized it, and believers have struggled to explain it. But what if the answer doesn't lie in blind faith? What if it lies in science itself? But before diving in, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly do so. And now, without further ado, let's begin. Our limitations. Let's start with the most basic fact. We humans are not built to see everything. Our eyes can detect only a small fraction of reality, the visible spectrum. According to physics, the human eye can only perceive light waves between 400 to 700 nanometers. That's just 7 colors. But the electromagnetic spectrum, the reality that surrounds us, contains millions of other forms of radiation. Gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet, infrared, microwaves, radio waves, all completely invisible to us. So in simple terms, we can only see 7 out of more than 200,000 forms of light. That means 99.996% of what exists in this universe is beyond the reach of our vision. And yet, we think we should be able to see God? If our eyes can't even detect 99.996% of his creation, how can we expect to see the Creator himself? Now, let's go back a few centuries. Imagine living in the 1700s. Someone tells you invisible rays pass through your body every second. You'd probably laugh. You'd say, show me proof. But today we know X-rays, beta rays, and gamma rays exist. Science has proven it. They were always there, even when humans didn't have the technology to detect them. Similarly, before the microscope, people thought life only existed in what they could see. Animals, plants, humans. Then the microscope revealed an entire hidden world. Billions of living organisms swimming in a single drop of water. They eat, reproduce, and die, all unseen by the naked eye. And before the telescope, who could imagine galaxies beyond our own? Now we know the universe stretches 93 billion light years across, filled with trillions of galaxies, each with billions of stars, and still expanding. So here's the truth. Our inability to see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It only means our senses are limited. Our tools are limited. Our understanding is limited. Seeing God in his creations. When atheists say, I'll believe in God when I see him, it's like a person born blind saying, I'll believe in the sun when I touch it. Some realities are not meant to be seen. They are meant to be understood, felt, and witnessed through their effects. You can't see gravity, but you feel its pull. You can't see the wind, but you watch trees bow before its power. You can't see air, but without it you can't take a single breath. Likewise, we can't see God, but everything around us screams his presence. But let's stop talking about the unseen for a second. Let's talk about what we can see. Look at the sun. No, wait, don't actually look at it. Because if you do, you'll probably spend the rest of your life seeing dark spots instead of daylight. Seriously. Staring at the sun in broad daylight can permanently damage your eyes. And yet, that's fascinating, isn't it? We can see the sun, but we can't really look at it. Our eyes, these highly sophisticated, precision-crafted lenses made by the divine himself, can't even handle the very source of their own light. That's our limitation right there. And here's the cosmic irony. Our sun, this blinding inferno that sustains every living thing on Earth, isn't even special. Astronomers call it an average star, a mere yellow dwarf floating among billions. Out there in the endless expanse, there are stars millions of times larger, hotter, and more luminous. Now think about this. If we can't stare at a single star without going blind, how could we possibly behold the one who created all the stars? Even the angel Jibreel alayhi salam, the greatest of angels who carried revelation, who soared through the heavens with the messenger peace be upon him, once stopped at a point where he could go no further. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, ascended during al-Isra, while Mirajan reached Sidrat al-Muntahā, Gabriel said to him, "If I were to go beyond this point, even for an instant, I would be burnt." So imagine that a great angel made of light, unable to endure the intensity of the divine presence. And we, fragile beings of flesh and bone, dare to think we could comprehend or see Allah with the same eyes that can't even face the morning sun. Witnessing the divine design. Think of the water cycle, one of the most astonishing systems sustaining life. Rain falls on mountains, feeding rivers that travel across the lands, watering crops, sustaining animals and humans. The water then evaporates, forms clouds, and returns again as rain. An endless self-sustaining system running for millions of years with precision. Every droplet follows a design, every turn of the cycle perfectly measured. And yet, some still say this happens by chance. But chance has no rhythm. Randomness doesn't repeat with mathematical precision. The Qur'an mentioned this system centuries before modern meteorology. And we sent down water from a sky in due measure, and we caused it to soak into the earth, and we certainly are able to drain it away. Surah al-Mu'minun 23:18. Notice the words, in due measure. It perfectly describes the balance of the water cycle long before any scientist ever did. Now let's look up at the sun, a fiery giant more than 150 million kilometers away, yet perfectly positioned to sustain life on Earth. If it were a little closer, everything would burn. A little farther, everything would freeze. That narrow window, that exact distance, is called the habitable zone, and scientists admit it's extraordinarily precise. The sun has been burning for billions of years, radiating just the right amount of heat and light. Never too much, never too little. Through photosynthesis, sunlight gives energy to plants, and through them, food to every living creature. Coincidence or intelligent design? The Qur'an says, "And we made a blazing lamp." Surah An-Naba 78:13. A simple, powerful description of the sun, a blazing lamp, written 1,400 years ago. Look deeper, and you'll see that every system in the universe operates under precise laws. The Earth's magnetic field shields us from deadly cosmic radiation. The ozone layer filters ultraviolet rays. The gravitational balance keeps planets in perfect orbit. If even one of these systems were off by the smallest fraction, life would cease to exist. Such harmony cannot emerge from chaos. It's not randomness, it's mathematical intention. The Qur'an challenges us directly. We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth. Surah Fussilat 41:53. That verse, 1,400 years ago, predicted that with time, humans would discover God's signs both in the universe and within themselves. And today, with every discovery, from DNA to dark matter, that verse echoes louder. So no, we cannot see God, because our eyes were never designed for that. But we can witness Him through order and chaos, design and randomness, life and lifelessness, and purpose in every particle. Even our hearts recognize this truth. As the Qur'an says, "Vision perceives Him not, but He perceives all vision, and He is the subtle, the all-aware." Surah Al-An'am 6:103. So the next time someone asks, if God exists, why can't I see Him? Tell them, because your eyes were designed to see creation, not the Creator. We can't see air, gravity, or the soul, yet all three define our existence. And if you truly wish to see God, then open not your eyes but your heart, because sometimes the most powerful truths are the ones beyond sight. That's all for today. If you learned something new, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.